John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Every once in a while, I like to go on Amazon and look for some budget-friendly pieces of archery gear. And I've done that with a number of broadheads over the years. Sometimes I've been pleasantly surprised, really impressed by the quality of the broadhead, how well it performs at an incredibly low price. I found that with D-Power and used a bunch of those heads, tested a bunch of those heads, and they did really well. You can check out those tests here on my channel. I also like to test lighted NOCKS because they're so expensive. And you know, I look on Amazon and you find some for really a really low price. And so I've tested some in the past. I tested D-Power, and man, they did really well. You can check out my test of them. That was a few years ago. I don't even know if they're still for sale like that. But I came across this other company called KEAUP. I think they're related to D-Power in some way, but I'm not sure how. I know they're both Chinese-based companies. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm not testing the politics. I'm just testing the gear here, okay? And maybe in your budget range, you go, I can't afford lighted NOCKS. But these are $18 for 6 of them. So like $3 per lighted NOCK. That's an incredible price. That's just a fraction of what they normally cost. And they have these sleeves, so you can use them with pretty much any diameter arrow. And the way the sleeves work is they're like in chunks of 3. And they have a little letter corresponding to the diameter of your arrow, and on the back it explains that. If you have this diameter arrow, you use this letter, and so forth. And so on mine at a 244, I use the S knock, and so this S sleeve. So you just break it off. It just snaps off. You slide it into the end of your arrow, and then you just slide the knock into that. So it fits really snugly. I've put a few of them on, and they fit really snugly. So snugly, I don't know if that's a word, but they fit snug. I should say that. They fit snug. And the way they work is they just, like, you turn them on, the bowstring presses down, and then they have a little switch, your thumbnail, you turn them off. Like a Nocturnal and like D-Powers were. They're really similar to that. So I'm going to be demonstrating these, putting them to the test to see how well they really perform. Are they really a budget-friendly thing that's worthwhile, or are they a bust to avoid? Okay, I'm going to see the duration, the total length of time they can stay lit. I got one turned on. I'm going to test it over the days ahead, see how long it lasts. I'm going to test all the ones in the pack to see if they're consistent in turning on and turning off, and I'm going to shoot them a bunch of times and see how well they hold up over time. I'm not going to be able to shoot them like thousands of times, but I'll shoot them enough that I get a feel of how they do. I'll put them in water and see if they can handle that. I'll put them in a freezer and see if they can handle that. I'm just going to test them in every way I can think of to see how they perform. So let's check out this KEAUP lighted NOCK. Here I'm comparing the KEAUP lighted NOCK on the left with the Halo NOCK on the right. I really like Halo NOCKs. I've been using those for quite a while. And you can see it's every bit as bright, if not brighter, than the Halo NOCK. And the total weight of the NOCK with the adapter that goes inside your arrow shaft is right at 22 grains. On that shot, the lighted NOCK didn't go off. It just blew right through the target. Let's do the immersion test. Okay, let's stick it in the water here. And then we're just going to give it some time and come back and check it later. Yep, still going strong. Okay, what about icy water? Like those cold, rainy, snowy, wintry days in Iowa. Still going strong after sitting in that for a while. Okay, what about the freezer for those really frigid days on stand? Okay, it's been a good while. Let's see what we got. Yep, still burning bright. So what did you think of these lighted NOCKS? Man, they did really well, right? I mean, they well exceeded my expectation in every way. The duration they stayed lit, the consistency of the on-off switch, the reliability, they always lit up, they always turned off, even in extreme temperatures and immersed in water. And then I shot one knock into MDF and steel plate about 100 times and didn't have one failure with it. Now I will say there was one time that it took a little bit of extra push to get it to turn off. You know, that little switch got was a little hard to turn off, but I could still do it with my thumbnail. Other than that, man, there was just no problems. And at $3 a knock, as opposed to $8 or $9 or $10 a knock, man, they're a real bargain. I like to use lighted knocks all the time on all my arrows, so I'm not switching from a regular knock to a lighted knock when I hunt, but I'm used to the weight, I'm used to everything about it, and these are at a price point that allow you to do it. Now they also have, and I got some on Amazon, they have these bolts that come all fletched and everything, and with lighted knocks as well for the crossbow bolts. Haven't got a chance to test those yet. Maybe I will in the future, but KEAUP is really putting out some decent stuff here, and if you're looking for a bargain on lighted knocks, check them out on Amazon.